Hi everyone, this is Ivan with ExplosiveMarketer.com, and today we are on video number 3. So today during video number 3, I'm going to show you how to create the ad in Facebook using the ad manager from start to finish. So you'll be able to watch over my shoulder and see exactly everything that it takes to be able to create an ad and launch a homebuyer's Facebook campaign. So this is going to get really exciting. It's get very advanced very quickly. Now I know that it's very hard to just try to figure out Facebook Ads Manager by itself, but today I'm actually just giving you step-by-step tutorial on how to create the ad and exactly everything that you need to input into the Ads Manager to be able to create a campaign. You just have to watch me, copy and paste, customize to your market, and start launching Facebook buyer ads, and you should be able to get results very quickly. So if you've been watching so far, on video number 1 I showed you the setup necessary for you to make sure that you set yourself up for success from the very beginning using Facebook ads. And then on video number 2 I shared with you how to target specifically so that you can increase the likelihood of driving in leads that are highly likely to be able to actually transform and convert into real buyers and ultimately a paycheck in your pocket. So today let's get started with video number 3. So I'm gonna go into my Ads Manager account right now, and in order to do that I have to log in into my Facebook page. Remember, you're going to need a Facebook page and you're also going to need a Facebook fan page in order to start an ad campaign. If you don't have any of that already set up, then go back and watch video number 1, because there I give you access to free training. It's additional free training that's going to help you make sure that you have everything set up so that you can get to this point where you can actually launch a real Facebook ad. Okay, so make sure that you've already watched that and that you completed your homework test on setting everything up for you to be ready to be able to make a Facebook ad campaign. So the first thing you're going to do is log into your Facebook profile page like this. And now I'm in my personal profile page right here. This is my personal profile timeline. This is where I have all the connections with my friends, family, and this is not the Facebook fan page. If you remember Facebook fan page, we set that up so that we can separate all the real estate stuff with our personal stuff. And we are able to share personal on our business page and business page on our personal stuff if we want to. But remember, this is a personal profile Facebook page. And now in order to create an ad, you got to make sure that you already have a fan page. And when you click on the arrow right here, you want to go here to where it says create ads. So I'm going to click on there, and that's going to take me to my Facebook Ads Manager. Now from here, I have a couple accounts, so I'm going to choose the right account. Hold on one quick second while I choose the correct account. So now this is a page that you should land on as soon as you click on create ad. So the first thing that we're going to do is click on lead generation, because what we want here, our objective is to generate a name, a phone number, and an email. We want those things because we want to be able to call them, email them, text message them. You know, we want to try to set that appointment so that we can get them pre-approved, pre-qualified, start showing homes, and then finally close and get a paycheck in our pocket. So our main goal here is to get to the paycheck as quick as possible. And the way to do that is through lead generation and getting that information, phone number, email, and their name. So we're going to click on lead generation. Now, there's different types of strategies out there that you're able to do with all these things over here. You can set traffic, you can do videos, you can create engagement posts and then market to them. So there's going to be a lot of tons of strategies that you're probably going to hear out there. Now, again, if you're barely starting doing Facebook marketing ads for buyers, then you want to start with lead generation because you want to get to the fastest path to that paycheck. So getting phone numbers and email is going to be the easiest way and the fastest way to get to that paycheck, because you'll be able to communicate with the potential home buyers right away and get them to set appointments with them so you can start showing them homes. You're going to click on lead generation right here, and then you're going to name the campaign. So you scroll down, you name the campaign. I always keep it at lead generation so I know what type of campaign it is. So if you're only running lead generations, then you don't have to do that. And there's other ways of knowing what kind of campaign it is also, but I always keep the lead generation name, and I just add in the city that I'm going to be focusing on. So I suggest that if you're starting with a small budget, you start with just one city. You can also do an entire county, you can do an entire area, you can do a radius from your office if you want. So 10 miles, 25 miles. It's going to depend on your budget. But the more focus that you get, the better results you're going to get on your ads also. If you're working with a limited budget or you're just starting out, I suggest you start with a smaller area. And one city is more than enough for you to start. So I would start with a city. So right now I'm going to do the city where I'm currently located. So I'm going to say Orange, California, and that's all I'm going to name it. I'm going to click on continue. And this is going to take me to the targeting phase. This is what video 2 was all about. This is where I showed you how to target it very, very specifically so that you're able to show your ads only to people that are going to be premium home buyers. Or in other words, those people are going to be highly, highly likely and be able to actually afford a house. So that's why this section right here is very, very important. So you want to scroll all the way down. If you have one Facebook fan page, then this one should be selected here. If you have multiple fan pages, you want to click on the arrow and you want to make sure you select the one that's related to your real estate business. So again, you just scroll down, you leave everything that says right here, and you're going to go here on the location section. So this is the very first thing that we're going to change. So if you see here, by default, it's selected on everyone in this location. Now, it's been my experience that I get better results when I click here and I select people who live in this location, because we want to focus in my area, we want to focus on people who live here so that they can live within the area. They're more likely versus somebody that is visiting the area. They might see the ad and not necessarily want to buy in this area. So you're able to target to those people, and you're more than welcome to split test that. But I always focus on people who live in this location because I want to target with people who actually live in the area. And I want to be able to follow up with them, so I want them to continue seeing my ads. So you want to check on people who live in this location. The next thing you're going to do is going to go down. And I do not want to target the entire United States because I can't sell homes in the entire United States. So again, we're only targeting the city of Orange. So I'm going to start typing Orange here. And you're going to see that it's going to populate right here, Orange, California, United States, city. I'm going to click on there. And by default, it's going to have a 25-mile radius from Orange. Now, if you see right here in the map, right now, since we're in Orange, if I leave it like this, my ad is going to be shown to parts of LA County, which is up here in this section, even parts of Riverside County. Now, if my ad says homes for sale in Anaheim, California, chances are that people in Los Angeles and people in Riverside might not be interested in the house. Now, there is people that could be interested, but we want to increase our chances. So we want to be very, very focused. So there's a higher chance that people that live within this area want to, move to the same, area versus other people. Again, it all comes to your budget. If you have a big budget, then go ahead and use a bigger range, because then you'll be able to attract more buyers. Because, hey, there could be a person in West Covina that wants to move to Anaheim, or wants to move to Orange, where we're marketing this. So they could definitely be out there. But at the very beginning, you want to be more focused on the area that you're marketing. If you have a big enough budget, and it could still be $5 a day. But what I'm saying is, once you start, using a broader area, then you have to do more split testing. And each split test is going to cost you $5. So if you have 4 split tests where you're split testing different ads and different ages, men and women, mobile versus desktop, then you're going to have $5 for each of those tests. So if you have like 4 of them, you're going to be spending $20 a day. So now instead of $150 a month budget, you're going to have over $500 a month budget. And at the very beginning, you want to start with the least amount of budget possible until you start getting results. Then you optimize and scale, which is part 4 of this training. So what you want to do, since I want to focus just on this city instead of the miles, which again, it's an option for you, but today I'm going to show you just how to do the city. If you want to do the radius, you can change the radius right here and then just change the radius. But if you just want to focus and market on the current city, then you just click on current city. So remember, all you have to do is click on the arrow and change it from where it was, which was cities with radius, and change it to current city right here. Now all my ads are only going to be shown to people who live in the city of Orange, California, right here. This is also a great way for you to do farming at a whole new level. So instead of you choosing a neighborhood or choosing 500 homes for you to farm, you can actually farm an entire city or an entire zip code. You're only limited by your budget. So again, you can show ads to just specific. So let's say you want to try to make yourself the expert of the city of Orange, then you can show ads to just people in the city of Orange. So that's a whole nother training, which I will be teaching on later on. But for now, we're sticking to home buyer ads. So now the next thing that we want to do after we selected the area where we want to target, we'll want to go to the age. Now, based on past experience, the age of response and the people who are actually able to buy properties are usually within the age of 25 and 64. So this is based on information that Facebook has given me. So Facebook, after a couple weeks of you running ads, it's going to give you data. It's going to tell you who's clicking your ads. They're going to tell you how old they are. They're going to tell you if they're men and women. They're going to tell you if they use their mobile phone or their desktop. They're going to give you all that information. That way on the optimizing phase, optimizing and scaling phase, which is video number 4, during that phase, you're able to take that information from Facebook and you're able to create ads based on the information that Facebook is giving you. So you're going to create ads based on information that Facebook is saying, hey, these are the exact type of people that are clicking on your ads. So if you just focus on those people and you eliminate everybody else that is not clicking, then your cost per lead is going to go less and your results is going to go up. So you're going to get a lot more leads and your cost per lead is going to go down. So that is ultimately what you want to do when you optimize and scale your campaigns for optimum results. So we're going to go down and we're going to click, and now we're going to go under the gender section. Now again, Facebook has told me that in our area, it's almost about the same, the number of women and the number of men that actually click on these type of ads. So I'm just going to keep it to all. If you want, later on, you can split test. So you can create this ad as I'm telling you right now. And then later on, you can duplicate an ad and just do one specifically for men and another one specifically for women, and then see which one is going to give you better results and better cost per lead, and then eliminate the one that's not working. So that is something that you can split test later on. But if this is your first one, I suggest you just leave it at all and then just see what kind of data Facebook tells you, what kind of people actually start clicking on it, and let Facebook tell you that information, and then you're going to optimize your ad afterwards. Now, the next thing right here is going to be very, very important. We're going to get into the detailed targeting. So this is what's going to determine what kind of quality lead you get. So this is what's going to determine if the people that you're targeting are going to be highly likely to become real buyers. So, we don't want to just run ads to get a lot of people to give us likes and that's it. We want to run ads so we can get in front of people who can actually afford to be able to buy a house and that are highly likely to want to buy a house, and ultimately allow us to help them buy a house and get a commission check for that. So that's the main goal. So we got to remember, we got to keep the end goal in mind. So during the detailed targeting, we're going to start adding demographics, interests, and behaviors of the type of people that we are targeting. So who are we targeting? So you want to think about your past clients. What did they do? How much did they make? What did they like? Those kind of things you want to think about it. And I went over that on video number 2. But lucky for you, I'm actually going to give you the exact detailed targeting that you want to enter in this section. So you can just get off the ground running very, very quickly, so you don't have to, try to figure out the detailed targeting. So one of the things right here that I target is renters. So obviously renters are highly likely to want to buy a house because rent prices are increasing dramatically and people just want to buy instead of rent nowadays. So I'm going to focus on renters, and now I'm getting targeted. So let me remove this for a second. So if I go back, now based on the information that we've given Facebook, so basically we're telling Facebook, hey, we're going to create the ad, and this ad is going to be targeting home buyers. So I want you to show this ad to people who live in this location. So people who live in the city of Orange and are between 25 and 64, and it could be men or women. So that's basically what we're telling Facebook. So Facebook is giving us information back, and Facebook is saying, so far on the information that you have given us, we have an estimated reach of 65,000 people that fit that criteria. So now within this 65,000 people, there's going to be a lot of people that, are nowhere near wanting to buy a house. So then that's where we're getting targeting. That's why we're doing the detailed targeting. So as soon as we enter renters and we click on that and it's added to here, now our potential reach goes down to 17,000 people. So now there's only 17,000 renters in orange that are going to see our ads. Everybody else who's not a renter is not going to see our ads. So now we have a higher chance of targeting people that are likely to buy a house. And now we're not wasting time and money showing ads on people who could care less of buying a house. But that's one of the demographics. So they must meet all these criteria, plus they have to meet one of the criteria down here, which is a renter. They must be a renter. Now I'm going to add more demographics that suggest that they're going to be highly likely home buyers. So I'm going to say likely to move. So Facebook collects data. Facebook tracks every user's actions online, on Facebook or off Facebook. Their algorithm is highly sophisticated where they know everything that you pretty much do. If you have a Facebook account, they're tracking everything that you do. They track all the purchases that you do online. They track all the pages that you like. They track all the posts that you like. They track thousands of bits of information from you so that they're able to gather and give this information. Besides that, they also buy information from data companies who track that information also as well. So that's why they know if you're a renter or if you're likely to move. They basically have algorithms that gives them a very good indication that you fit one of these categories based on your behavior and your interests that you do by browsing, certain websites or clicking on like on certain pages, certain posts, things like that. So I'm going to enter also Zillow. On interests like this, you have to be careful because you want to make sure you click on Zillow interest right here for the category. Because if you enter Premier Agents, Zillow and Trulia, then you're going to be targeting a lot of real estate agents, which we know will not become buyers of ours. So you got to make sure you make that distinction. And I'll show you something else also to make sure that you're not showing your ads to real estate agents. So again, with Zillow, what we're telling Facebook or what we're trying to get is people who have shown an interest in Zillow. If they went to Zillow, if somebody went to Zillow, then there's a highly likely chance that they're interested in homes or they're interested in selling. So we want to have our ads in front of them, because they could be selling to buy another house, or they could just be going to Zillow to look for a house. So we want to make sure. So this right now tells Facebook that we want our ads to be shown to people who meet all the criteria here at the top. Plus, they have to either be likely to move, or they have to either be renter, or they have to have shown some interest in buying a house or selling a house because they visited Zillow in the past couple weeks. So once again, you want to enter as many detailed targeting right here that is highly likely to show the ad to the potential home buyer that is likely to purchase a house. That way, you're only showing your ads to premium home buyer people. So luckily, I created a PDF form. So once again, go back to video 2 if you don't have that PDF form in front of you, and print the PDF form or save it to your computer and use the exact targeting that I gave you there. So all you have to do is just copy it and put it on here and just enter the exact targeting. And that way you start getting results very, very quickly. So another very important part about this is the exclusion part. So you want to exclude certain people that you know are not going to be your type of clients. Remember here on Zillow, I said that we don't want our ads shown to real estate agents. So we want to put on exclude realtor. So we want to exclude realtors. So anybody who fits this criteria up here and they're likely to move and they're a renter, or they clicked on Zillow because they're searching for homes, we want to make sure that they're not realtors. They're not licensed because they're not going to give us a business. Most likely they're not going to give us a business. So I don't want to show my ads to realtors. So that's why I enter realtor here for job title. I'm also going to do real estate broker. Licensed real estate broker right here. Real estate. So if you just start typing real estate, it'll give you suggestions. I got real estate broker right here. What else? Real estate agent, I think. Real estate real estate sales agents. Now that you have this, let's go back and take a look again. So right now we're asking Facebook to show our buyer ads to people who live in the city of Orange that are ages between 25 and 64. It could be men or women, and they must be one of these here. They must meet one of these three criteria. They must be likely to move, or they must be renter, or they must have shown some interest in real estate because they recently visited Zillow. But we also want to make sure that they exclude real estate agents, so real estate broker, licensed real estate broker, realtor, real estate agent. Anyone who has this category in their profile page, then we don't want our ads to show on their page. That way we're not spending money and we're not wasting money on, prospects that are not likely to convert into actual clients of ours. So that is very, very important. Make sure you download that targeting sheet and just copy and paste everything that's on there right here. So you can make sure that you're only attracting highly quality leads and that you're not wasting your money and time showing your ad to people that are not likely to become actual buyers of yours. So then everything is left the same here. You scroll all the way down. You click on edit placements. Before you edit placements, this is one of the things that you can split test. Now, if you're just starting an ad and you're very limited on your budget and you don't have enough money to split test, this is the very first thing that I would split test. I would split test 2 different ads with everything the same, except one is going to be just for mobile. So that means that the ad is only going to be shown for people who are on a mobile device. And another ad, you should create it only for desktop. So that means that only people that are on Facebook on their desktop, on their computer, they're going to see your ad. So you want to split test as soon as possible, as soon as you're able to. If you are on a limited budget, just do mobile only, because that's what we've had more success on almost every campaign that we do. Mobile only has outperformed desktop only. So if you have a limited budget, just start with mobile only, keep it on mobile only, and as soon as you're able to, this is going to be the first split test that you do to figure out if you want to just continue marketing to mobile only or if you should market to desktop. Who knows? You might be in an area where you're working with more older people, and older people tend to be more on desktop than on mobile. Who knows? Then you might get more responses on desktop. So we never know, and this is something that's part of the split testing phase on step number 4, video number 4, which I'll be showing in the next couple of days. But if you're starting and you're on a limited budget, just simply start with mobile only, and I know you're gonna get results very, very quickly. So the next thing you're going to do is on the placements. This is where you're going to see where your ad is going to be shown at. So every time you hover over one of these areas, it's going to show you to the right what the ad is going to look like, basically. So when you're barely starting and you're on a limited budget, or you just want to see if this thing is going to work or not, you want to increase your chances of getting results. And you want to make sure that you're only spending money on things that you know that work. And with experience, we know that in the news feeds, which is the middle column right here, is where we get the most results. So again, that's another thing that we've tested in the past. And with almost every campaign, news feeds, which is this one right here, always outperforms any other type of ad, like industry videos, right column, suggested videos, marketplace, things like that. So we want to make sure that we start with news feeds only. So we only want to start with news feeds right here. And then on Instagram, that's another thing. I'm just going to deselect that. And the only thing I want to run is news feeds. Again, once you start getting results, you can start split testing. You can create another ad where you're going to target Instagram. And you probably want to start with Instagram news feed only. Then you can see if Facebook feed is better than Instagram feeds, or if, it doesn't have to necessarily be better, but you have to see if it's worth spending your money. You have to see what your cost per lead will be if you have an Instagram ad on the newsfeed section right here. But at the very beginning, just select the feeds for the Facebook page right here and make sure everything else is unselected. Once that's done, you go down and you go to where it says specific mobile devices and operating system. So now you're actually able to target just people who are on very specific operating mobile devices like Android devices or iOS devices for Apple. you could do a split test on that also. Who knows? Maybe Apple users will buy more houses than Android users. I don't think I don't think that would be the case, but you never know. Everything in marketing is subject to split testing, and until you split test it, you won't know the actual results because everything varies from market to market. So that's why you always got to be testing. So this is just like a constant game where you're trying to figure out what works, what doesn't, throw off what doesn't work, and just keep what works and make it better. That's basically the whole name of the game. Now, right below it, there's something that's very, very important. Now, one of the ways that we've been able to increase the quality of the lead is clicking this box right here. So checking this box right here where it says only when connected to Wi-Fi. What this means is that the ad that we're running is only going to show to potential home buyers when they're connected to an actual Wi-Fi connection. So that means that most likely they're going to be either at home, they're going to be at the office, or they might be like at a Starbucks, which means that they're somewhere where they're stable. They're somewhere where their attention, their full attention is there. So if their full attention is there and they click on the ad, chances are that they're going to be more interested in what they're clicking on. So if they're clicking on a home for sale ad, chances are that they're more interested in buying a house or in that particular house versus somebody who is driving and the light is red and they're looking at the Facebook and they just the house catches their eye and they just click on it just because they're curious, and then they take off and they don't they really didn't go through the entire ad. They didn't see the house, but they already they click on the ad and they gave you their information, and then you call them and they can't even remember what house it was or when they saw the ad, and they think you're just spamming them and cold calling them. So that is one of the items that we try to click on so that we can increase the quality of that lead. So make sure you click that checkbox right there so you can have premium quality homebuyer leads sent to you every single time. Now this down here is also very important because this is going to be the money that you're going to be spending. Now, by default, it's going to be on a daily budget, which is what I recommend. And I always suggest that you start with a $5 budget until you start seeing results. Now, if you have, if you're able to afford it, you can start with a $10 budget, and you'll probably see results much faster. So, I've done different campaigns where I start with a $5 budget, and then I start with $7 budget, and then I start with a $10 budget. I like using the 7 because I noticed that with 7 or 10, I get more results because our cost per lead has been around the $5 mark. So if you have it under $5, then it's going to take you a long time for you to actually get a lead. So I always try to start with about $7 a day, but you can absolutely start it with $5. Sometimes on new campaigns, I always start at $5 to see if I can continue getting leads for under $5 because my goal is to reduce the cost to under $5 per lead. So that's why every new campaign that I start from now on, I just use $5. But when I want results fast, I do $7. So it just depends on what you want and what your budget is. So it's going to depend on your goals for this campaign. So once you have your budget set right here, you're going to come here and you're going to see that by default it's set at run my ad continuously starting today. So what this means is that your ad is going to continue, and before you publish this campaign and you set it live, Facebook is going to ask you for your credit card or your debit card. And once you search a certain limit in your budget that you have spent, Facebook is going to automatically deduct that money from your account, from your credit card or your debit card. So this means right here, if I leave it this way, this means that I'm going to be spending $35 per week every single week until I come into my Facebook's ads manager and stop this campaign. So I have to be aware of that, and I have to know that I'm getting charged about $35 per week until I come in and manually stop and pause this campaign. So you got to keep that in mind, or else you could be losing a lot of money. So if you make a mistake at the beginning and you target the wrong target, you could be spending a lot of money on leads that are worth it. So that's why you got to keep track of your cost per lead, how many leads you're generating, and how much it's costing you per lead. And that's going to be more on the scaling, optimizing phase, which is video number 4. So the other option that you have is to set a start and end date. So I usually use this option for open houses. So let's say I'm going to have an open house on Saturday and I'm going to do marketing for 5 days. I recommend that you always do marketing between 5 and 10 days before the open house. So I can actually put the end date as the open house date. And then the marketing is going to start, whenever I want. If it's going to be 3 days, 5 days, or 7 days before the open house, I'll put this day before, 7 days before the open house. And then I know exactly how much I'm going to spend. And it's going to tell you, you're going to spend no more than $150, because right now I have it set for 30 days right here, to run 30 days. So now, based on this information right here, I have a start date and an end date. It's saying that my ads will run for 4 days, and I'm not going to spend more than $19.46 based on the time schedule that I have here. So now I know for a fact that I'm only going to spend $19.46. Now, the open house marketing and giving full exposure to your property is going to be on a different training, but I just want to show you the difference with using, start and end date on a schedule for your budget. That way you know the difference. But on leads, we want to make sure we create a consistent flow of leads coming into our business every single day. So if it's working, why stop it? We're going to continue running the ads continuously. So that's why I always click on run my ad set continuously starting today. That way I budget a certain money for each week, and I know what I can spend each and every week. Just monitor each campaign every single day, so I know how much money I'm spending for each campaign. So everything down here, just keep the same. And now what you want to do is click on continue right here. So you want to click on continue. And on this section, you're going to create the actual ad creative. So right here, this is what is going to show on people's newsfeed on Facebook that's going to be marketing your message. So again, you want to make sure that the Facebook page that you created, the fan page, is selected right here. If you have multiple types of fan pages, you want to make sure that you're using the correct one right here. If you only have one, then it's the only one that should be here. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to leave it there. And right here, you have different formats of advertisements. You can create a carousel ad, which means it has a bunch of pictures. So you can put like a kitchen picture, a front picture, a pool picture, a bathroom picture, and then people can scroll through it and see different multiple pictures of the property. Now, and the second option is going to be just one single image. So it's just one image, which is going to be big in the middle. Then it's going to have a heading and a description at the bottom. Then you can also do videos, and you can do slideshows. I suggest you start with a single image because it's just the fastest and it's the one that gives us results. So the carousel is also another good one that you want to try. But until you have enough budget to split test, then you want to do the carousel. Again, if you're split testing, that means you're creating a whole new ad set. So we have one campaign, and within that campaign, we have multiple ad sets. So we can have one campaign for generating buyers in Anaheim, and then we have one ad set where we have a single image ad, and then we have another ad set that we're testing with everything the same. But the difference is that on that ad set, we're going to be using a carousel ad, so multiple pictures. And then we want to see which one works better, which one pulls more leads, and which one is giving us the lowest cost per lead also. So this is something, again, later on that you can split test. And once again, I'll touch on this on video number 4, which is the next video that you're going to be watching. So after you select single image right here, or the type of format that you want to market, you go down and you want to delete any pictures that has been selected, because you only want to use the pictures that you want to use, not what Facebook is suggesting. So now I'm going to upload a picture of a property. And by now you should have already found the perfect property for you to market for the type of buyers that you're looking for. And all the pictures should have been downloaded to your desktop and ready for you to use right here. So that was part of video number 1 and 2. So make sure that all that is done before you get to this section. That way you can start running your ads very, very quickly. As soon as you're watching this, or while you're watching this, you can stop the video and do what I'm telling you, and then continue to the next part so you can complete this. Because if you do not go out there and take action, then you're never going to get results. So you got to make sure you follow step by step what I'm teaching you, and you follow along with this training so you can get real results and results quickly. So if you remember, during the setup phase, I searched for the perfect property, and then I created a folder and downloaded all the pictures that I'm going to be using for my marketing. So it's right here. I'm going to select this folder, and I'm going to add the front picture, which is another thing that you can split test later on. But whatever you think is going to attract more people, that's what you should put as the front picture as a marketing picture. So this picture is right here and it's been added. So to the right, you're going to see a live preview of what your ad is going to look like. So now you want to come down here to the text. So this text, if you start typing, you're going to see what it's going to look like right here. So this text is the top part. So it's the top call to action. So now I'm going to create the actual ad. So I'm going to say, whoa, check out this 4-bed, 2-bath, amazing home for sale in the city of Anaheim, California. Now, if you followed along, I know that this house is not in Anaheim, California, so I decided to change the city during this training, but I should have selected the city of Brea so that I could use this property here because this property is from Brea. But just pretend that this house is in Anaheim and it just met the exact criteria that I told you that a perfect house should match in order to attract the most type of buyers that you want to attract. So let's say this house was in Anaheim and we added the picture. Now we say, whoa, check out this 4-bedroom, 2-bath amazing home for sale in the city of Anaheim, California. So now the next thing that we want to do is we want to make sure that they're clicking on this link so that they're able to see homes they're able to see this house that is 4 bedrooms, 2-bath. Now, if I'm advertising, for example, homes that are under $699, so I'm going to say, whoa, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, amazing home for sale in the city of Anaheim, California. Click below to see more details and full list of homes under $699K. So I'm promoting one property, but I'm also letting them know that if they click on that link, they'll be able to see that property. Plus, they'll be able to see a list of other homes that are 4-bedroom and 2-bath and that are under $699K. Now, again, under the targeting and under the perfect property training, I showed you what kind of price you want to use and what kind of property you want to use so that you attract the type of buyer that you want. So the next thing you want to do is you can create a display link if you want. So if you start entering right there, then you'll see that it shows up right here. So let's say you have a branded website. So I want to brand lifetimerealtygroup.com. Then you can enter the display link right there. Now, one thing that Facebook wants is that the display link has to match the link that you're sending the people to. So if you have a totally different display link right here and you're sending them to a totally different website, then Facebook is not going to approve your ad. So it's better to just delete this and keep it open. So there's absolutely no problem with not having a display link on there if you don't want to. It's a little bit more for like branding purposes. So when they see it, they recognize your name or your name is being out there a lot more. But if you're not going to be consistent, then don't use a display link. So then on the heading, you definitely want to use a heading. So on heading, I'm going to say all 4-bed, 2-bath homes for sale under $699K. So this is going to be the headline, which the headline I usually call it is a headline, but I don't know why Facebook calls this as a headline. But I guess the bottom headline is going to be this right here. So I'm just going to say all 4-bedroom, 2-bath home for sale under $699K. Say click now. So I'm going to add a call to action. So now we're going to see the updates right here. So click now. So we're asking them to click on the button. Now, I'm not going to leave it as sign up because sign up is basically hinting that they have to register for something. And I don't want to give that impression in their mind. I just want them to be interested in the house and get more information. So even though they will have to give me their information, That's going to be an obstacle that I just want to get over once they get to the landing page. So right now, instead of sign up, I'm going to click here, and the new call to action is going to be learn more. So that's a little bit more subtle way of getting them into clicking the ad versus sign up. You know, they already can anticipate giving information, and nobody wants to give you information. So if they know from the very front that they're going to have to give you their information, chances are higher that they're not going to want to click on it. So just learn more is more like, you know, it's an article, it's a website, I'm just going to check it out, you know. So that's a little bit more subtle way of getting them into clicking the ad. So we're going to keep everything else the same since we're doing mobile ads. You can enter things right here under the newsfeed link description. And since it's a mobile ad, it might not show, but that would be stuff that's going to be under here. So it's probably not going to show. So I'm just going to keep it like that. Nice and simple. All 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms for sale under $699K. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down after changing the call to action to learn more. And at this point, now what we have to do is create a new form right here. Now, this form is going to look like this. So after they click on learn more, they're going to be taken to this page where they're giving us their information. But the reason why Facebook ads are very effective is because they don't really have to enter their information. When they click on learn more, they automatically go to this page, and which is the form, and then their information is automatically populated into this section based on the information that they have already provided to Facebook. So Facebook already has their name, their phone number, their email, because when you open an account, they ask you for that information, and then you have to go to your email and verify your email. Then you have to get a text message code and verify your phone. So they have legitimate and real phone numbers. That's why these are real highly qualified leads. You can actually get real information from them. So you don't have to worry about them typing in false information. Now they do have the option for them to change their answers right here, but most chances are not, you know, with our experience, they just click on submit because they just want to know about that property. If you were able to use the perfect property and you follow those guidelines, you know, they just want the info on the property and they're just going to click on submit, and they're not going to even they're not even going to scroll further down. So with that in mind, you're going to create a form like this. So I'm just going to create a new form from scratch so that you know exactly how to do that. So I'm going to click on new form, and I'm going to go right here. I'm going to name it Anaheim. Okay, so before I continue with the form, I want to apologize because I've been saying Anaheim, where in reality, the targeting that I was doing was for the city of Orange. So you've probably been telling me all along, yelling at me, hey, it's Orange, not Anaheim. But sorry about that. It's actually Orange, but it makes really no difference. You know, I had the cities wrong. I mean, obviously, it will make a difference if I'm typing, you know, if I'm targeting Orange and I'm creating an ad for Anaheim, it's going to make a huge difference, and I probably won't get as good of results. So that's one thing that you always have to keep in mind. So let's pretend that this house is in the city of Orange, not Anaheim. So we're creating the ad for the city of Orange. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to edit the name to Orange Buyers. I'll just say I add 1. So because if I add another ad and everything's the same, I'll say 2. But this is going to be the name for the form. So the form that we're creating right here. So right here on form type, I'm going to keep it the same to what it is. Then I'm going to go to intro, and under intro, I'm going to select the image. Obviously, I want to select the image that I chose for this property. Now, see, since I only had one image, there's going to be by default the first image selected right here. If that's the image you want, then you can keep that. So if you're doing a carousel ad where you uploaded different images, you know, before this, Facebook's gonna automatically choose one of those pictures. If you don't like that one, you just gotta click on upload image and just select the picture that you want and just add it in there. Now you gotta make sure that the picture is 1200 by 628 pixels so that you have the best results. So you want to resize that. Again, on video number 1, I showed you how to do that. So after you select the image, you want to create a headline up here. So the headline is going to be the same as what it says on the ad so that I can keep everything consistent. Everything has to flow, and the more consistent you are, the better chances are that people are just going to follow through and give you their information and then ask what you ask them to do, which in this case is submit their information. So I'm going to say all 4 bed, 2 bath homes for sale in Orange, California, under 699K. So in Orange, California, depending in what location of Orange we're talking about, $699 could be a pretty good deal because medium price range is probably around 800,000. In the type of buyers that we're trying to target for this ad. So if you're going, Orange has high-end homes and then has low-end homes. So we're kind of in the middle, and we're trying to attract better quality leads. So that's why we're increasing the price. So $699, we're trying to attract people that are going to afford those type of prices. If somebody wants to buy a house or a condo that's $300,000, if there's any out there, then they see something that's $699, and chances are they're not going to click on it and say, "Oh, that's out of my league, out of my price range." And now we don't have to waste our time following up with somebody that is not likely to want to buy this property or this type of property, which that's the type of buyers that we're trying to attract. So once again, that's just the reasoning on the number right here. And once you're done with that, you go down here to the bullets. So it's going to be by default set to paragraph. You want to choose bullets. That's just what I like as personal preference. You could do bullets, you could do paragraph if you want, but I suggest bullets. So I'll just say this house is a 4C all 4-bed 2-bath homes in the city of Orange. And then I'll put some homes require. I always capitalize the first letter just so they stand out. Some homes require low down payment. Then I'll say 100% free, no obligation. Then I'll add a call to action. Get your free list now. And then I'll add another call to action. Click button below. Right there. So basically, I'm keeping it consistent with the ad that they clicked on. And then again, I'm telling them you're going to see the 4-bedroom, 2-bath home in the city of Orange. Some homes are require low down payment. So those are going to be more like for FHA home buyers or people that have lower down payment. So that's something that you want to just kind of test right here. Whatever you think are the bullet points that are going to attract that home buyer to give you their information, then that's what you want to put right here. After that, you go down here to questions, and the questions is basically what you want to gather from them, what kind of information you want to gather from the leads. So what I'm going to do here is, again, you saw me, this was selected. I'm going to deselect these two, and I click on show more options because I want these to be in the order that I asked them to. So I want the first name first, then the last name second, then the email third, and the phone number, and the phone number last. Once again, the reason being is because when they open it on a mobile device, they have to scroll all the way down to see that they're giving you their phone number. So they might not even know that they're giving you the phone number. I mean, even though they're going to get a message saying that they're giving you their information, their private information, some people don't even scroll down. So now you have an email and a phone number from somebody that is interested in houses, but would not necessarily give you their phone number if they kind of had that option. So in this one, they're giving it to you without them, kind of knowing. They do know because they get a message that says you're giving information to the person who's marketing this ad. So they know that they're giving you their information, but, not necessarily it could be somebody who's giving you the phone number. So, it's not to trick them, but it's just to give them the little push that they need, so that you're able to follow up with them and get good quality leads. So after you set it this way, you go to the privacy policy, and then you want to go to your website, the website that you're going to be using to give them the property. So every website should have a privacy policy page. And if you don't have one, you have to talk to the website company, whoever's hosting your website, and give you a privacy policy so that you're able to post here. So now I'm gonna go to my privacy policy page, which is this one right here, and I'm gonna click on the link and copy it. I'm gonna go back. And I'm gonna paste it right here, and I'm just gonna say privacy policy like that. And now I have my privacy policy here. You cannot run this ad if you don't add a privacy policy. So if you're having issues, send me a message on Facebook or submit a support ticket, and I will show you how to get a privacy policy. Don't let this thing stop you right here. Anybody can get a privacy policy, and I can show you how to get one for free, even if your webmaster or your hosting company is not giving you one. I can show you how to generate one for your website or your company. So you should have that right there. Once you have that right there, you go down to the thank you screen. So the thank you screen, after they submit their information, that's what's going to say, thanks, you're all set. Your info has been sent to SoCal Real Estate Guys. So I don't want them to say your info has been sent to SoCal Real Estate Guys. I'm just going to say, tap below to see all 4-bed, 2-bath homes under $99K in Orange, California. That's all I'm going to say. You remember, keep everything consistent. Now all they got to do is click on the website button right here. But you have to enter right here where it says view website. You can change this if you want. So if you don't have a website that you're going to be sharing with people so that they can see all the homes that are for sale, another strategy that you can use is just go to your MLS and pull a whole bunch of lists that meet that criteria. So a list of homes that are in the city of Orange and that are under $699, and just download that. In the free training that I give you, I show you how to upload it to a website so that they can just access that website and download it as a PDF file. So you can go to your MLS, do the search, save it as PDF, save it to your computer, upload it, and then put the website URL right here so they can just go to that site and download the PDF. So now you would be changing this to download. So now you can change your message right here and say like tap below to download all 4-bedroom, 2-bath homes under $699 in Orange, California, whatever city you're doing. So you can do that as well. So then don't let a website stop you either from doing this. So if you don't have a website, just do a download, a PDF download. And once again, on the free training, I show you how to upload a PDF document to any website, to a particular website, so that you can just share it right here so people can download your documents. So the button text, I'm going to keep it the same way. So you can add something else if you want. So new website, or you can say search website now. And the website link right here is the website that you're going to be sending to. So wherever they're going to download the PDF or wherever we're going to search. So I use our company's website IDX. So I'm going to go to search. I'm going to go to advanced search. I'm going to say residential. I'm going to load search options. I'm going to go to city of Orange. City of Orange, and then I'm gonna go to the price, maximum $699. That's the maximum price. Bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, bathrooms, 2 bathrooms, and I'm gonna go down and click search. Now it's gonna give me all the search results for those criteria, which is basically what I'm offering them on the ad. So now I'm gonna take this link, I'm gonna copy it. I'm gonna right click and copy it. I'm gonna go back to the ad, and I'm gonna enter that link right here. Right click and paste. Now that's where they're gonna be redirected to. Now I'm giving them what I'm promising them right here. When they click on the website right here, when they click on the button right here, they're gonna be taken to this search site where they can see all of the homes in the city of Orange that are under $699. So before I save this, you wanna make sure that you have already set the title. So one thing that I do is also I say $699K below $699K so that I know what type of advertising it is. And then I just want to save it before you finish it. click on save. That way I can continue to use that. So if I create a different ad set for that same audience, that same target, I can use the same form and I don't have to create a brand new form every single time. So I save it and then I click on finish. Once you click on finish, the form is selected right here, the brand new form that I just created. Now, this is part of the Facebook Pixel setup, which is an advanced training that I will be teaching you later on. Make sure you watch that training later on the Facebook Pixel so that you're able to track every visitor that visits, that basically comes to your ad and visits the pages that you are sharing with them. That way you're able to retarget to them. So that's a whole other training that's more advanced, and I'm going to be showing you in a different type of training for that. Just wanted to mention that because some of you are going to be probably wondering what you do here. If you don't have this set up, then don't worry. At the beginning, you don't need to have this. It's not absolutely necessary to run the ads. So now that I have done all of this section, we're pretty much ready to launch the ad. But first, I'm going to add the name of the actual ad that I created. So I'm going to say lead generation single pick. That way later on, if I create another ad with a carousel ad, I'm going to name it lead generation carousel ad. That way I know which one's which. One is going to be for a single picture, the other one for a carousel. And if I create one for a video, I can say video. That way I know, right off the top when I see on my Facebook ad manager the title, I know which type of ad that is, and I'm able to compare which ones are giving better results without going into, the actual ad and going through everything in there, so I can just see it off the top. So once you have all that done, you're pretty much set and you're ready to run this ad campaign. So let me move myself here. The last thing that you want to do is you can click on review if you like, or you can just click on confirm. Once you click on confirm, the ad is going to be sent to Facebook to get approved so that it starts generating leads for you. So once it's sent, it's going to say right here in review, and it's going to be shown on your list of ad campaigns. So now remember, I have an ad campaign right here. This is the one that I just created. And then if you click on this link, you can click here or on the tab to change tabs. Now this is the ad set, which is 25 to 64. And I can change the name also to know what kind of asset this is. And then if you click on this again, it's going to show you to the type of ad that it is right here. And now this is lead generation single picture. So I know which one it is. So once it's completely active, and once Facebook approves it, it's going to say active right here. And once it says active, you got to keep a close eye so you can see what kind of results you're getting. So how many leads you're getting, what kind of reach, what kind of impressions, how much it's costing you per lead. You got to keep track of all of that so that you're able to later optimize and try to get the best possible and the lowest cost per lead. So that's basically it. That's all you have to do to be able to launch. That was setting up a brand new ad from very start to the end. So go ahead and watch this video once again if you like. This is the type of video that you can watch and then apply what you're learning. You can watch it, pause it, apply what you're learning, and then play it and then apply what you're learning until you create the entire ad campaign. Now, if you have questions, if you're stuck on anything, feel free to leave me your comments if there's a section for that on this page, or go to my Facebook fan page and make a post and ask me any questions you want, or you can also submit a support ticket if you're in the back members area. Submit a support ticket. Make sure you get your questions answered so that you guys are able to take action very, very quickly and get results even quicker. Thank you for watching. I hope you got a lot of value from this. Don't take this for granted because it took me thousands of dollars and a lot of time to learn what I just showed you. Don't take it for granted. Go take action, review the video, do your homework tasks, copy what I'm doing, and set your Facebook ad campaigns. In the next training video, I'm going to show you how to optimize and then how to scale the winning ads and how to remove the ads that are not working for you, and how to tell when one ad is not going to work for you very, very quickly, so that you can just get rid of the ad and not spend additional more money and waste money and time. So that's going to be another huge part of scaling and making sure that you're getting consistent leads, being able to know and what to look for so that you're able to just keep the campaigns that are successful and just delete and remove everything else that it's not, so that you can get the best quality leads at the lowest cost per lead possible. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next training. Take care.